Hello everyone, I'm Ruslan Effendi. I'm student at Faculty of Economic and Business, University of Gadjah Mada in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Okay, I'm going to be presenting my paper to you today. My paper is entitled Student Achievement and Disparities in the Massive Decentralization Lesson from Indonesia. This paper is part of my dissertation. On the first side, as we can see, Indonesia performed poorly both in international tests such as the PISA test, Program for International Student Assessment, organized by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD). In PISA report 2018, Indonesia is in the bottom 6 among OECD partner countries. Furthermore, based on the national standard test, the performance is also not good. The average score is only 53. Indonesia has also faced disparities in student achievement between local governments. One approach in overcoming this problem is to look at the implementation of decentralization. Indonesia has implemented massive decentralization since 2000. Under decentralization, the central government has transferred most of its spending to local governments. Another problem, in the massive decentralization, a new autonomous region has emerged from 292 to 540 regions. The regional political elites have an interest in creating new local government for their benefits. On the one hand, there are benefits from political stabilization, maybe, but on the other hand, it has the potential to wash the budget. This is because the new local government is not it's not economically viable. So it must rely on transfer from central government to run the local government. However, the central government has only little control over local government budget. So the study is to investigate the effect of the local government to investigate the effect of the local government's budget on student achievement and disparities. This is model. In this model, the study used interest variable budget and some control variables such as number of school accreditation, student-teacher ratio, class size, number of school, and socioeconomic. The study also used interaction variables such as budget and ratio, budget and city, and budget and proliferation or new autonomous region. In the model, dependent variables are GSA and XOL, where GSA is the average junior high school national exam score in the city regency, and XOL is the difference in average junior high school national exam scores, between the best performing and worst performing school in the city or regency. Independent variables are budget, ratio, prolif, citywide, SUR, MSS, Gov, CLA, SGH, and SOCE, where budget is the education budget in the city regency, and then ratio is proliferation of educational budget to total expenditure. And then prolif is a dummy variable. Its value is 1. If the city or regency are formed after the autonomy law is enacted in 2000, or simply we can say new autonomous region. Value 0 otherwise. Citywide is dummy variable. Its value is 1. if the status is city, and value 0 is the status is regency. SUR is the percentage of school with A accreditation status in the city or regency. Moreover, the MSS or minimum service standard is the percentage of junior high school teachers with a minimum graduate. GOV is teacher GOV is teacher student ratio, and CLA is the average class size in a city or regency. SEX is the number of junior high school, and SOCE is the percentage of poor people or percentage of poverty in city or regency. The study used SUR, MSS, GOV, CLA, SEX, and SOCE as a control variables. And this is the result. On the left, the table shows the regression of independent variables on student achievement, and right shows the regression independent variable on disparities. Using ordinary least squares (OLS), the study showed that the budget from 2017 to 2019 in 202 cities regencies has significant positive effect on student achievement, but increased disparities. However, both coefficients are relatively small. Interaction budget and ratio significant to student achievement, but only in the city. The interaction is not significant on disparities. And then the interaction budget and prolif or new autonomous region, not significant both to student achievement and disparities. And then interaction budget and prolif or new autonomous region, only significant and on disparities in city. Interestingly, the variable accreditation and teacher-student ratio significant positive effect on student achievement, but increased disparities. This result indicate that school accreditation and teacher placement maybe are uneven distributed. From the study, we conclude firstly, there is inefficient use of budget in education, and secondly, the proliferation of new autonomous regions do not have a positive impact on education. So, the study suggests some recommendation. First, the central government needs to controlling the use of local budget and ensuring that the education budget is sufficient to improve performance. Pay attention to the new autonomous region and provide budgetary assistance to improve the quality of education. And finally, the central government must accelerate school accreditation. The study, of course, not suggests to stop creating new region or new local government or new jurisdiction. It's about politics. It's not discussed in here. The central government is powerless against local political power to create new local government or new jurisdiction. Thank you. Hopefully, this conference can provide helpful insight for all of us, and I'm hoping for critics, suggestion, and input from all conference participants to improve this paper. Thank you. Have a nice day.